Oh yeah, this is Adam's Apples, all part of Geektopia, but what is Adam's Apples? It's a list. Well, it'll be a new list every time, not the same one on repeat, but it'll cover good, bad, comic books, movies, TV shows, video games, whatever it might be, I got you covered. So, how about we start with the top returning TV shows of 2021 that I'm looking forward to. Number 1 is The Mandalorian. Why am I talking like that? Sounds a bit like Yoda, but never mind. Mandalorian, season 1 was brilliant. Season 2 was next level. That has set up this little Star Wars universe spearheaded by Jon Favreau. None of it would have happened if it wasn't for The Mandalorian being awesome. Well, it might have still happened, but the hype wouldn't be there. Like the Book of Boba Fett is exciting now because The Mandalorian was awesome and it had Boba Fett. So which new characters or returning characters will we see in season 3? What about the season 2 finale with that returning character and that character going off with the returning character? Try not to give spoilers, just in case somebody hasn't seen it, but you know what I'm talking about if you've watched the show. So that's why I'm excited for The Mandalorian. Just seeing the next adventure, the next series of adventures for Pedro Pascal and the rest of the crew for what has just really lit my fire for Star Wars. So, moving on. Number 2, The Boys. If you've read the comic by Garth Ennis, you would know that the TV show does veer quite heavily away from the comics. A lot away from the comics, like who Black Noir is. I know they haven't said it in the TV show, but if you read the comics, you know exactly who he is by the end. So I'm really excited to see which direction they take season 3. The Boys season 2 was so over the top and brilliant in every single way possible. The storytelling, the language. Shit.
What the fuck? Fuck yeah.
The characters, the character development, a little twist right at the end of season 2. What's going to happen in season 3? And bearing in mind how far they've veered from the comics, I have no way of predicting it now, has got me super happy. The way they improved season 2 from season 1 should get everybody excited for season 3. Not for the faint-hearted though. No. Number 3. You might have forgotten about this show because the last batch of episodes came out in 2019, mid-2019. I'm talking about Stranger Things. We are expecting a new season this year, season 4. We've had the briefest of brief teasers, but we want more. We need more. From seeing the first episode where Millie Bobby Brown was a nobody, she played 11, now she's a legit superstar. All the kids have gone off to do other really cool things. To have them back together in the 1980s, which is an era I love. I'm so nostalgic for it. Other TV shows that have done it really well, I like The Americans. Wonder Woman 1984, criticize it how you want, but it got that 80s vibe pretty spot on. But yeah, I'm excited for Stranger Things season 4 because it's such a big show and I loved it. It was so well done. I'm hoping that it continues with season 4 and make sure you get into it because when it does drop, the whole world's just going to hit pause, watch it, and they're going to tweet about it, they're going to Instagram about it, and it's going to be everywhere. So if you've never watched an episode, now is the time to do so you can be ready for season 4. Woohoo! Speaking of 4, what's 4 on the list? I'm gonna go to England for this one. I ordered the Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders. This show, I was a bit slow to get into, but once I did, brilliant, amazing. And I mean, you see all these people, the haircuts, like Tommy Shelby, you know, like the side parting, the lines all shaved at the side. I think it all started because of this. It's so popular now. There are shops which sell Peaky Blinder-like clothes because it's so stylish, and Peaky Blinder haircuts, and also the hats as well. That's how big it's gotten. And there's only usually 6 episodes a season, so we do have to wait ages for new content, but when it does come out, it's so worth it. And each season ends in a cliffhanger, so in case you haven't seen it, I want to know what happens with Tommy, I want to know what happens with his family, I want to know what's happening in Birmingham for Peaky Blinders. Yeah, I order the Peaky Blinders. Do I sound like it? Okay. next. Okay, so before I announce the final entry on this list, I'm going to give a couple of honorable mentions of shows which I am looking forward to returning in 2021, but not quite there in my top 5. Ted Lasso. I was there in the UK working when I saw Jason Sudeikis, who is Ted Lasso, filming. And I said, hi, Tim. There's a picture on my Instagram. It's pretty cool. Billions. The last season got cut short because of COVID. Need to find out what happens to Bobby Axelrod. And Superman and Lois, which is a new show, but the characters were played by the same actors on Supergirl. So I'm going to put that in as a returning TV show. But what is the final entry on my list? What We Do in the Shadows. It's a comedy. It's one of the funniest things out there. Started as a movie and I thought that was it. And then they turned it into a TV show. And I thought, wow, this is brilliant. I thought it would be crap, but it wasn't. It was amazing. And then season 2 came out. It's about a bunch of vampires in the modern world living in a house together in New York. And they've got this helper who's human, who's trying to become a vampire. There's a couple of twists and turns in the story, so I'm not going to spoil it. But if you've never watched What We Do in the Shadows, at least watch the movie or watch the first episode and tell me what you think, all right? It's really, really good. You can leave a comment along with a comment of what shows you're looking forward to, which are returning in 2021. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share as well, because coming up next week, I will be revealing my top movies that I'm eagerly anticipating in 2021. This is Adam of Geektopia, part of the Jantan Collective, signing out for now.